Out of Sony's 2016 lineup, we are particularly excited by the PS-HX500, which the company claims is the world's first turntable with the ability to rip from vinyl to high-res files. Here to talk us through it is Eric Kingdon, Senior Technical Marketing Manager at Sony Europe.
The interesting thing about this model is it's the first turntable to offer an integrated system which allows you to make digital recordings from the vinyl that you're playing back, but to a very, very high quality level. And that quality level, of course, is high resolution audio. But you get a choice of a different, shall we say, different gradings of high resolution audio that you can choose from when you make the recording. But if we come on to that in a minute, what you see is basically a classic analog vinyl player. It's 2-speed, 33 and 45, so you can take care of the two most popular formats of vinyl. And when we say popular, vinyl itself is becoming more and more popular almost on a daily basis. And one of the things that the vinyl resurgence has taught us is that people want to take their music with them as well, because one of the limitations about vinyl has been how can you take your vinyl collection on the move? Well, this turntable certainly allows you to listen to vinyl at the home, but thanks to the fact that you can rip the music that you're playing on it into high resolution audio, you can then take those files very simply, almost at the level of a simple drag and drop, and put them onto a compatible portable player, such as, for example, you could take one of our top models like the ZX2 or one of the new medium price Walkmans, or one of the phones that we make, one of the Xperias, and you can enjoy high resolution on the move. In the car, there's nothing to stop you, for example, putting the music onto a storage device and playing it back, say, on a Sony compatible car unit, or, you know, a device like that. So this is a product that's taking vinyl back into the mainstream by offering a competitively priced product that gives you good vinyl playback, but takes it one stage further and allows you to make high resolution recordings of it and then take them with you wherever you go. So it's 2-speed, 33/45, belt driven. Okay, it has a very simple, what looks to be a very simple mat, but even the attention to detail in terms of the tuning that we've done and are continuing to do on this model is, for example, if you notice there's a small recess in the mat, and this is to accommodate obviously the label surface so that the record couples more effectively to the platter. The platter is die cast, and the motor selection speed is simply just by turning this simple control to 33/45. Now you'll notice there's a power position, and when you move it to power off, or in this case power on, it means that the circuit that sits underneath the turntable, safely tucked away from the cartridge and the sort of areas that could be influenced by noise, becomes active. That circuit does two things. The first thing is it takes the signal that the turntable is playing and then converts it to a digital audio data stream, which can then be, with a little piece of software which is simple to use on a computer, allows you to take that music and make a file of it and store it somewhere and then play it back on a digital player. Now, you can choose the grade of high resolution music that you want to record to. So for instance, you can choose WAV, which is an uncompressed audio system, up to what's called double DSD. So you can have 16-bit, you can have 24-bit, you can have up to sampling rates of 192 kilohertz, and then to what we call single DSD, 2.8 megahertz sampling frequency, or double DSD, which is running at 5.6 megahertz. You simply start the process recording, connect this to your PC with a simple USB cable provided, start the device recording, and you'll see the music coming through on your PC screen. Once you've finished it, no problem. You can erase parts of it, you can divide it, you can even edit and name the tracks concerned. So you can create your version of your vinyl, labelled, easy to access in a file that you can play anywhere you want to on the move. It comes with a lid, which is removable. Even the hinges can be taken off, because some enthusiasts or some music lovers prefer no lid. They keep it in a cabinet. The feet underneath are a custom design of our own, and they have a mounting system which minimises vibration from entering the core fixing point of the foot itself. The cartridge is moving magnet, and you'll notice if you look at the top of the arm, there's a standard sort of fitting system we've used, which allows you to, if you were to change the cartridge at some point, fix a new cartridge in and adjust the alignment of it correctly. The cueing device lever is there, which you need obviously to simply and safely secure the pickup onto the record or off the record. Tracking weight and balancing is done at the back, and then your bias compensation or anti-skating is selectable on the side. So you have a range of options that you can use for tracking weights for different cartridges, and then you can match the bias compensation there. Now on the rear of the turntable, you've got some simple connections. You've got two phono sockets, one left, one right, and that means that you can plug in a cable of your choice to go into your amplifier. Now the socket for the USB cable for your computer ripping is there as well, but there's also, importantly, a little switch. Now the switch opens up the possibility of using this turntable with products that have what we call a built-in phono stage or phono equalizer. And to be honest with you, when vinyl started to drop away from the public's main view in terms of buying music and so on, and it became less popular, a lot of manufacturers, not just Sony, but a lot of companies, dropped the phono stage from their amplifiers or receivers, which meant that you could plug in a line level input like a CD player or a Blu-ray player direct, but the phono stage, in other words the phono input, shall we say, from a turntable couldn't be accommodated. You'd have to buy a separate box or a separate unit. Well, this guy's got one built in, so you can, at the flick of a switch, turn that on, and then you can feed that turntable connection directly into an amplifier that's just got a normal common or garden line level input. So it means whatever type of amplifier you have, effectively you can accommodate the HX500 directly connected with a cable of your own choice. We supply one with it, but the nice thing is it's not captive, it's not fixed, so you can choose to select the type of cable that you'd want to tune your system accordingly. This type of product, often nicknamed a USB table for short, isn't a new concept. What's different about this model is we approach the design of this as a turntable first. We wanted to make it high resolution capable, so we focused, if you like, on two areas. We focused on, firstly, the quality of the turntable as a vinyl player, and focused quite, if you like, in parallel, but not impacting the prime directive, which was to make a good sounding turntable at a value for money proposition, but to make the circuit, in other words the converter system, of the best quality we could at the kind of target level we aim for. And marrying the two together was the next challenge, of course, to implement the combination of digital and analog in a way that neither would detract from the other, and then to develop the software and the DSD application that could go onto your computer. And I think why now is a variety of things. Number one, the resurgence of the vinyl market, the ability, and I suppose it's not just one company, it's a lot of companies, the ability of companies to have access to mastering facilities, to repressing facilities, to provide this content. The market in itself, its love of music, and the people that have grown up into an age where they're now wanting to appreciate that music again or capture that music back in a way that they enjoyed, that is becoming available. The emergence of high resolution as an easy handleable medium, if you like, whether you download it, whether you rip it and create it yourself, and the ability of products like our modestly priced high-res Walkmans, the NWZ series, those products have meant that you can deal with music at a high quality level in a way that's manageable to everyone. And I think that's the appeal, is to make music available, and in a way it's what Accio Morita stood for, is to make music available and entertainment for everybody, that anybody could enjoy whenever and wherever they wanted to. I think its appeal is quite wide-ranging. What I genuinely hope is that that appeal will be understood when you listen to the product, because if you choose to listen to it as a pure vinyl player or as a device that can make high-resolution music files, the guiding principle for this was sound quality. And to make, whether it be a digital resolution file or a vinyl playback, sound great. I was talking to Sony Music recently, and it was incredible. I was chatting away to the guy concerned, and one of the ladies in the marketing department is an ex-recording engineer, and she was telling me about, you know, how busy they are making vinyl and how busy they're making, you know, all this kind of genre of music that they're producing. And in particular, one thing that we touched upon was boxed sets of music. And Sony Music, they've produced some incredible stuff, you know, huge collections of really famous artists, you know, like Heifetz and, you know, guys like that, that this is the golden age of being able to enjoy that kind of music. And I think that whatever angle you come at, or whatever angle you want to appreciate music, this is the time to do it. Give yourself some time, relax, put a record on, and spin the vinyl once again. We aim to ship this in, I think it's May time, around about May time. So giving us a little bit of leeway, I would hope that you know, people can see the product and enjoy it at that kind of time in store. And don't forget, wherever you don't have a phono stage on your amplifier or your AV receiver, don't worry, there's one built in. If you choose to use the one you've got, no problem, you can simply bypass it. It's fully adaptable for whichever way you want to go. And always remember, invest in a good cleaning kit as well. Look after your records and they'll look after you.